Hello, Food Waste Innovation community. Today we have Francesca Goodman-Smith. She's here to talk to us about her paper that she helped author along with one of our other theme members, Miranda Mirosa. The paper was Retail Potential of Upcycled Food, Evidence from New Zealand. So Francesca, do you want to just start by explaining who you are and what this research was about?
Thanks, Trixie. Yes, so this research project was really about uncovering this new global food trend of upcycled foods, where waste and surplus food is converted into new innovative products. And to really understand, do consumers know what this is and are they ready? So Foodstuffs wanted to commission some research to understand the demand side of the whole upcycled food system and whether it was worth them exploring, investing and innovating in the upcycled food space. So researchers from the University of Otago Food Waste Innovation Research Team, from Drexel University in the US, and the team at Foodstuffs came together to design this study to really dig down into what drives consumers and whether they'd be interested in upcycled foods.
Awesome, cool. And how did you conduct the research?
So the research was industry-led. It was a survey was designed in a collaboration with those researchers previously mentioned, and then administered through an online survey tool that comprised of supermarket shoppers, so New World and Pack and Save shoppers. And this tool's called Yabble, where people can sign up and then they're given some sort of, they go into a draw to win some sort of reward if they answer the surveys. So it's a really good way of gaining consumer insights on new food trends. So we used the Yabble panel to interview over 1,000 consumers on the topic.
Wow. And what were some of the findings from the research?
So the key findings were that although only 10% of consumers identified straight out the gate that they had heard of upcycled foods before, after the definition was explained to them, 81% of those consumers identified that they were at least willing to try or buy upcycled foods. So that really shows that the concept of upcycling and that connection between food waste to new food product resonated with consumers. One of the other interesting findings was consumers were asked to imagine a food product and all things in terms of quality, price, taste, considered equal, how likely they would be to opt for the upcycled version of the product over the conventional one. And 69% of consumers identified that they would be just as likely, if not more likely, to opt for that upcycled version. So that further reiterates that there is consumer demand there and consumers are interested in seeing these products available in supermarkets. Another really interesting finding was that our final question was how the customers would perceive a retailer if they stocked up upcycled foods, and 97% of customers said that they would be just as likely, if not more likely, to view the retailers positively by stocking upcycled food. So it really shows that there's minimal risk in retailers investing and introducing these products into their stores. It's not going to damage their reputation with their customers.
Wow, that's really cool. And also, I suppose, incentivizes food manufacturers as well to get into the space if it's got a really high retail rate.
Yeah, absolutely. It builds confidence from along the whole value chain, from producer to retailer through to consumer, that this food trend is something that is viable. And international studies have indicated that the upcycled food value chain is worth $46.9 billion US. with a compound annual growth rate of 5%. So the size of the prize is really big, and these consumer studies just build that evidence that the demand side's there as well.
Awesome. So what would you like to see next in this space following on from a study like this?
Yeah, so we got a really good baseline of what consumer sentiment was towards upcycled food, but it was in an online environment where, that consumers weren't really able to interact with the upcycled food products or really imagine what it would be like to purchase them. So we, through the food waste innovation theme, we've actually done a subsequent follow-up study looking at consumer perceptions of upcycled food in an in-store environment. So partnering with an upcycled food company to provide consumers an opportunity to see, try, and experience their upcycled food in a supermarket context and see how that affects their perceptions of the product.
Great. Thanks so much for talking to us, Francesca. And hopefully everyone who uses our resource centre can find your paper useful.